Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is John Kamba. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the simple kitchen garden. Yeah, the simple kitchen garden. So most people have an idea of what we're going to be talking about, but I'll be giving you all the facts fully and well researched, and also experience, of course. And so first, if you're going to like this video, I hope that you give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that we'll be giving you everything you need to know about kitchen gardens. It's not going to be only one episode. Yes, it's going to be a lot more than that. We're going to be having a full series on kitchen gardening. So what is a kitchen garden? First of all, a kitchen garden is also known as a potager. It's also known as a potager, which is I think a French origin. And then also, what is there are two types of kitchen gardens also. Sorry guys, two types of kitchen gardens. There's the indoor garden and there's an outdoor garden. The indoor garden is those places tunaikanga kwa kitchen, the kitchen gardens, the kitchen, you put it on the windowsill. You have like some onions there, some spices hapo kama ni dania, kama ni nini. These are the inside, the indoor kitchen gardens. And then there are also the outdoor kitchen gardens when tunapanda skuma, tunapanda spinach, which most of the time, sorry to say, usually fail terribly, because I've seen it and I've also done it. And we're here to learn together, and we're going to see how we can change our kitchen gardens to be more flourishing and to be more beautiful, because they also add beauty to the homes. They also add beauty. They add that fresh feeling of nature, being connected to nature, and all those things. So first of all, we're going to describe a kitchen garden. We're going to differentiate it from the normal farms. The normal farms that you have in Gishagi and all those places. So the difference between a kitchen garden and a farm is that a kitchen garden is mostly, it's made for fresh food. You want your fresh vegetables there, your fresh berries and all those things, your fresh herbs, your fresh spices. So a kitchen garden is for fresh food. If you want fresh food, of course, organic most of the time. It's usually organic. And like a farm where you have, people put fertilizer, they put all those crazy kind of things, especially if you're from Nairobi, they put even things you don't even know or you've never even heard of. So we're going to be expounding more on the kitchen gardening and the advantages and why everyone, if you have the space, or even if you don't have the space, if you live in an apartment, there are ways you can have yourself a kitchen garden. So with that said, we're going to give you an idea of what you're going to do. So there are the basic designs for a kitchen garden. A kitchen garden usually has, it has mostly like the fresh vegetables, as I've said. If it's the spinach, the skuma, what other vegetables do we usually have fresh? We have the terere, the marago, those green leafy veggies. And then you can have fruits in the garden. Like there are some types of, dwarf fruits, like a dwarf lemon, a dwarf tomato tree. Yeah, these are the ones that don't really grow extra large. So these are nice for like a kitchen garden, because you're also trying to conserve the space. You're trying to conserve the space. You're trying to keep it looking beautiful, keeping it fresh. And then also, once you're planting your veggies, you also need to consider the kind of nutrients you're going to give to the plant, right?
3, 1.
Okay. You see, now the thing with kitchen gardens, you always want them to look as if they've always been there. Even though maybe you live under jana, but you always want it to look as if it's part of the house. It's well blended. So what you have to do, first of all, for that kind of that feeling, you have to look at the architecture of the house. Is your house more rounded, more edgy? So if you have an edgy house, of course you need to have an edgy garden. If you have a rounded house, you need to have a rounded garden so that it can blend in with the house, right? Am I right? Yeah. And then also another thing, you can have you don't have to have raised beds. Raised beds can come in any form. You can use old basins. You can use, you can even create a raised bed. There are ways you can create a raised bed. If you don't know how, you can always ask me, John Kamba, and I'll be there to help you. And then other than that, you also need to know whatever nutrients you need to have for your garden. Most of the time we encourage organic farming for your garden. Who wouldn't like organic farming? The fruits are much more tastier. So organic, it can be anything from leftovers. If it's banana peels, orange peels, any leftover can work as a good, mbolea. We call it mbolea in Kiswahili, or as a good manure. or compost. Compost is the word, as a good compost. If you have, like, let's say if you have chicken, if you have cow dung or goats, anything, the dung that they produce is good manure. And then also we have organic fertilizers that are available in the market. Yeah, we also have some feeds that are also available, can be used as manure, and we'll dig into that later in other episodes. Okay, so stay tuned, we'll also have more about that. And so the next thing will be what to grow in a kitchen garden. So most of the time, they usually wonder what to grow in a kitchen garden. There are things that, that you always want to have everything in the garden, but you can't have everything at once. So there are two ways you can utilize your kitchen garden. You can have little wait, how does it go? You can have little varieties and more of the little varieties. Like if you have, let's say if you have spinach or skuma, you can have only two types of crops, which is the spinach and the skuma, and then you use all the space for the spinach and the skuma. That's one way. And the other way is to have, let's say if you have spinach, skuma, tomatoes, onions, garlic, gingers, that are many varieties, yeah, and you plant little of each, right? So there are two ways. We've said that there's one for the little variety and more space, and the little space for each variety and more variety. So I don't know if you got me there, but if you didn't, I can always elaborate, in your comments. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section, which is down below. Okay, so what else are we going to be talking about? Maintenance. Yeah, maintaining your kitchen garden. Kitchen gardens, unlike the farms, they need more care, because they also give it back. If you give them more care, they'll give it back to you 10 times over. And this is like, let's say, watering. If it's not in the rainy season, you have to water the garden, you have to remove the weed that is tilling the land. You also have to keep sure that you prune the vegetables. There are many things you can do. If they're infected by pests, there are organic ways to treat the pests and diseases, and also there are also organic ways to ensure that you don't get disease in your plants, and we'll be getting into that in other episodes, so stay tuned. So this is just an introduction to kitchen gardening. So it's called the Simple Kitchen Garden. Yeah. And then also, okay, it is important. We'll have kidogo, pause kidogo.
2, 1.
So what is the importance of having a kitchen garden? Finally, what is the importance of having a kitchen garden? Well, like for most people who live in town areas, you have little control over what you eat. So if you have a kitchen garden, you'll have a hand in whatever you eat. You have a connection with what you eat. So, we're talking about eating healthy, staying fit, but 70% of what we are is what we eat, right? Because we eat how many times in a day? How many times in a day do we eat, seriously? At least even 6. Some people have less, And by having a kitchen garden, you can even, you can have more to give. You can have more to give, to sell. So it's important to have a kitchen garden. It will be one way of being food secure, having the nation food secure. Because imagine if you have a kitchen garden, your friend has a kitchen garden, the other friend has a kitchen garden, we won't be having much waste, because if we have whatever we eat and the one that is from the farm can be given at to the places that are inaccessible, right? Yeah, so it will mean that we'll have more food for even the places that are inaccessible, right? And because of the roads which are being built every day, there'll be more connection. Yeah, so that's one of the importances of having a kitchen garden, and also, having a hand. It's also therapeutic for myself. What I can say for myself, it's been therapeutic for me. Just plowing the land. It's just a place for me to relieve my stress and all those other things. So you guys are welcome to the Kitchen Gardening family. And if you need any help with constructing a kitchen garden, June Kamba does it for you. Thank you guys. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Yeah. Bye.